Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
Oh, I'm Silvercat.
This is our review of the Bullet Head, the Hypnotist 6-scale action figure, which is basically an unofficial Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy action figure. And here's a look at the box. All kind of crazy colors.
This is love.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that before. You can see a picture of Mantis down there. Crazy lines going everywhere. Who's that guy? Is that Ego? I don't know what that is.
It's your mama.
Maybe something to do with Bullet Head. I don't know. When I touch someone, I can feel their feelings. Oh, what is this? You? Whoa! You feel love? No, romantic sexual love. Now, I already had her out of the package, and I can't remember if she had plastic over her body. She may have. It's got plastic over her head. But, so there she is out of the package, and almost immediately when I originally took her out, I was disappointed because her head is tiny. And looking at the preview pictures, it looked like her head was proportioned correctly with the body, but they changed the bodies, and now her body is too big for her head. And it seems to be like a TV League Bison body. I don't know if it's actually the company they use, but it really looks like it. If you look at the preview pictures, it looked like her clothes were a little bit loose, so I don't know if maybe they decided to use a thicker body to make the clothes look tight like they're supposed to. But then that makes the head just look too small, which I would have preferred the looser clothes version. So,
plus that body's too thick too. She's
she's supposed to be really
not as
skinny.
solid as that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to switch bodies. We're going to go over the figure with this body because I mean that's what it came with, but I do think I'm going to switch bodies because I just don't like this one. Just days after we originally recorded this review, Hot Toys announced that they were going to make a Mantis also. So I probably won't try to get a new body until I see if Hot Toys is actually going to put it up for pre-order. I hope they do. Sometimes they show a preview of a figure and then it never comes out. And I'm hoping this one actually comes out. But if it does, then I ain't going to worry about getting a different body for this Mantis. Another weird thing they did is the hair. Like, I thought her hair was all black. I don't remember there being blue streaks all through it. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Unless she has blue streaks and they're just hard to see in the movie.
But those are like bright ass blue.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of like what I was just saying. She does have blue streaks in the movie, but they're really hard to see. They're very subtle. Like, I never noticed them watching a movie, but looking at pictures I can see them now. But here you definitely see these. They stand out way too much. Another minor thing is these antennas should be longer. They're a little bit short. But that's not too bad of a thing. Oh, another thing I want to say is when this was first previewed, I pre-ordered it, and shortly after, another company called Super Duck also was going to make their version of her. And I was comparing the two, trying to decide which one I like better, and I decided to just keep this one pre-ordered because I thought the face was much more accurate. The outfits both had pluses and minuses when you compared them. There's good things about the other one, good things about this one. But I was just fine with keeping this one. So I don't know if the Super Duck will end up being better overall. I mean, if it's proportioned better, then it might be. The thing about the Super Duck one is the green really looks like leather, like very leathery. Like too leathery. It's kind of bugged me. And it's really dark too. But there's still, on this one, the suit's kind of cool, the way they did it. And look how big her arms are. And her hands too. When you get her hands up, like in front of her, this looks like she has giant hands.
Mm-hmm.
But man, she looks so good in the preview pictures.
The clothes are really well made.
Yeah. Although around here kind of is messy.
Yeah, that's the one part that's like, I don't know why it's a little bit puffy there. It seems weird.
In the preview pictures, it looked like there was a black line right here. It may have just been this line and it looked black in the preview pictures, but I thought there was a black line there. Another issue is her head It doesn't stay on. It's on there now, but it doesn't stay on very good. And her hands too. Her hands also very easily pop off. So every time I try to move them, they pop off. And she comes with 2 alternate hands, gripping hands. And she comes with this base, which is, you can buy these bases on eBay. They're very cheap, generic 6-scale bases, and they just included one. I mean, it's cool. Like, some figures just don't come with the base at all, so it's cool to at least get something.
And if she didn't have one, we would have been using one of those.
Yep.
So
exactly. The one thing that's pretty cool about her is her eyelashes, because she's got them big eyelashes in the movie. They got them on there.
her face looks pretty good too.
Yeah, it does look like her face. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. One thing weird about her eyes though is it's really pink at the edges. Like pink or red or something. It looks kind of funny. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way or what, but it looks odd to me. I looked up pictures and she actually does have pink at the edges of her eyes. So that is accurate. Their hair is like they have it kind of sprayed, like it's kind of hard right here. Like they put hairspray in it to give her look. This works pretty well. It does stick out here a little more than it should, I think, but it's alright. What is with them blue streaks? It's so weird. As for actual suit, I think it's pretty close. The material don't look quite right, but it still looks pretty good. In the preview pictures, I thought this was actually straps, like cut into the suit, sort of overlapped. But here it's like just kind of like foam or something. So I don't know if they changed it or if it just looked better in the preview pictures, but it really looked like those straps crisscrossing. See them all the way down her leg and everything. She's got some boots, so it kind of continues. But I do like these things, on the back.
The little flappies.
And there's some more of the stitchy things here. The color match is pretty good for this being that foamy stuff, and then this being the leathery or whatever vinyl. What would you call that?
Faux leather, I guess.
Oh, it matches pretty good. It's not 100% perfect, but it's pretty good. Got these little belts right here. These look really loose in the pictures, preview pictures. But they did do a pretty nice job if you just look at the body for the suit for a unofficial figure. I just wish that head wasn't so small on the body. If his head was bigger, it'd be pretty good. The only issue, if the head was bigger, is she's already, well, I'll do a comparison, but she's already pretty big compared to Gamora. Well, she's also got this, her hand, like I was saying, her hands pop off easily. And then when they do, you gotta get her thumb into the hole of this sleeve, and then it's hard to pop it back on. You can see that the fabric's kind of stuck up in there where it shouldn't be, because I shoved it back on. Right there is how it should be. But here you can see that the Fison body, like I said, it seemed like they used a smaller body before. It's got that real seamless skin. And for this figure, this is one of those figures where I would be okay if it wasn't seamless, because you wouldn't really, you'd see a joint here, but it wouldn't be that big a deal because it'd be mostly covered by these. I think it would have been better on like a plastic body that had a better proportions for her.
Yeah, and she's not really one of the running around kicking people in the head types either.
No, she just
so she doesn't need to be that posable.
No. So there's Mantis next to the Hot Toys Gamora. You can see she's a lot bigger.
It's not right.
Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be the same height, but she just looks like she's
an Amazon woman.
Yeah. My first thought was when I had him standing like this before, I was thinking she's like a Drago or whatever from Rocky, and he's like, "I will break you." She's like, "Oh, I will break you." But and look at them arms. She's got some big arms compared to her.
Want to take it to the gun show?
And shoulders too. Look how wide her shoulders are.
And her boobs are freaking gigantic.
Yeah.
Big old boobs.
And there you can see their hands next to each other. She's got some big man hands. Maybe that's because she touches people and touches their head and gets their feelings and stuff. She needs some big giant hands for that. She's like, Gamora, I need to check your feelings. With my hand that's falling off.
That's why her hands fall off. They're detachable, so you can throw them at people to read their feelings.
And there she is next to the Hot Toys Drax. And she doesn't look so giant next to him because he's pretty big. But there's issues. I have issues with this Drax. Hot Toys usually does a really good job, but I thought this Drax's body isn't right. I think he should be bigger. His muscles and stuff just don't look right. Because his body almost looks like an average muscular guy. When he's supposed to be like Batista in real life looks like a monster with his muscles.
And it's also the proportions of his body shape just are wrong.
Mm-hmm. But at least these two next to each other, she doesn't look so bad next to him. Because she don't look as giant. But, I mean, it is cool seeing them together in 6-scale form, even though I have issues with both of them. So I guess we'll do articulation a little bit. Bison bodies are extremely flexible. Like I said, I'm not completely sure this is Bison. Because it moves really stiff. Like, the newer Bison figures move real smoothly. This one's so stiff, I'm not sure if it actually is Bison or just some other company. But her head can move pretty good, except that it pops off. It's not popping off yet, but it probably will. You actually can't tell that her head's so tiny when she's looking down like that. And the shoulders. This strap, I don't know, you might have to be careful with that. Your arm could go up, but I just don't know if this...
Yeah, I wouldn't try it with that strap.
Yeah, I don't want to rip that strap. So I say it might be a little limited if you want an arm to go up. Unless you were to slide this all over.
Can you at least get her arm high enough to touch somebody's head?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that works.
Then this is pretty flexible material, so that's good. And the wrist is on a ball joint, but it's not attached because it just pops off as soon as you move it. And then
maybe the wrists are popping off because the sleeves aren't pulled up high enough?
I've tried to pull them up and put them back on and they still come off. The torso move pretty good there. Yeah, this doesn't feel right. If this is a Bison body, it must be an old one.
It might be that other brand. Remember that other brand I showed you?
Yeah, there's another brand.
Can't remember what it's called.
Unless companies are just starting to make their own of these. Yeah, it just moves. Like, you see how it's not plastic. Some of the older Bison bodies had like plastic underneath instead of a steel skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
But this one has a steel skeleton. Well, can't do much of a split because the pants get tight. But like we said, she don't really need to do a whole lot with her legs because she doesn't like fight in the movies.
It might be hard to even get her to sit down though.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, her legs will be sticking out. Oh, I guess.
You can get her to sit down.
Yeah. Those pants just seem dangerously tight.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid of ripping them.
It seems to be pretty good there though. It's one of them things where I might not want to keep it in a pose like that. But luckily she's a character I would... Most of the poses I think of her in are just kind of standing there with her arms kind of like this or something. Like she does that a lot. Like a little, like not exactly, but because I don't feel like getting it perfect. But she kind of like stands like she's...
Thinking?
Yeah, or like she's working someplace where she has to stand there in a certain pose, like looking professional or something, like a maid or something. This, you know what I mean? You know, like the old, like when
I know what you mean.
like
Stop.
when rich.
Stop explaining. That's what's funny.
Well, maybe other people don't know what I'm talking about. Like having a rich people having a party, and then there's the lady waitress standing over there just waiting for someone to say something if they need it, and she just has to do a little pose. I am. Oh, my hand fell off again.
It's like the bathroom guy when he's standing there waiting for people to come in.
Yeah, like that.
That's the weirdest job.
Or like
I don't even want to go somewhere where there's some weird person standing in the fucking bathroom. Like, go away. I can wash my own hands, thank you. I don't want to give you money for me peeing.
Or like a butler, maybe, too. Stand like this.
Well, it's what I was talking about is basically a toilet butler.
Yeah.
The bathroom butler.
I can sense your feelings by touching you, and also I am a toilet butler. But her ankles just basically spin. They can sort of tilt, but the boots go up and they don't really allow too much, so I'm not going to get a whole lot on the ankles. So articulation's alright, a little hindered by her outfit up here and in her crotch. And
Can we look at the side of her boobs again? Because it just seems like they didn't put much effort into painting that detail they sculpted in.
yeah.
So it doesn't look like the same thing as her pants at all.
No, it seems like there should be black in there. Mm-hmm. So there she is next to the other Guardians. They're all hot toys except for Mantis. They're making a Nebula, which I do want it. I wish she was in the purple outfit instead of the Ravager outfit like them too, but this makes me less excited to get her. I really wish she had the purple outfit.
Yeah.
It stood out more to me. Yeah, well, I started getting the Guardians and I just figured I wanted to get them all. That was Gamora was one of the first 6 skills we got ourselves.
Before we got bit by the bug.
Yeah.
Now it's a problem.
Mm-hmm. So here's this Kumic body, however you say it. This is the one that came with knockoff Lilu figure I bought. I have already had the Mantis head on there, and I think it fits much better. So let's show that. So there she is on that body, and I really think it fits that body much better. She also looks like she's the Terminator. The alien Terminator.
She does.
Like kind of her face kind of looks like that Summer Glau, or however you say her name. Glow. I don't know. Summer Glow. How do you say her name? Who played the Terminator in
Oh, I don't know how to
Sarah
say
Connor?
her name.
Sarah Connor Chronicles.
I know who you're talking about though.
Okay. So I am a little bit disappointed with this figure. But
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah. I have issues. The main issue is the tiny head. The blue streaks in her hair stand out way more than they're supposed to. They're supposed to be very subtle, but they really stand out. And
That her body is humongous.
yeah, and that has to do with the tiny head thing.
Mm-hmm.
Her hands and head fall off very easily, but there is some good about it. For one, it is a Mantis figure that exists, a 6-scale one.
Well, like, it's not super perfect and awesome, but it's not crap either. I mean, it's
Yeah,
okay.
There's some good things about it.
It looks like her, even though it's misproportioned.
Mm-hmm. The face sculpt I think is pretty good. I mean, I think Hot Toys would do better, but I do think this is pretty good for a knockoff, for the head at least. And her outfit is pretty well done for being a knockoff. Like there's some things that I have issues with, like especially this neck thing's kind of messed up. And we were talking like how it bunches up in the back.
Well, that I think is because
of the shape.
that larger body has a much bigger butt.
Yeah. But these look cool.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I thought they looked cool in the preview pictures, I think they still look cool. So, I mean, it's okay. But, yeah, I don't know. You just have to decide yourself if it's worth getting. I mean, there's this one made by Bullethead, but there's also the Super Duck one and Hot Toys. But that just depends on if Hot Toys actually releases it, because it hasn't gone up for pre-order yet. And Hot Toys has been known to just never release a figure they previewed, especially when it's like maybe somewhat of a side character. And she's kind of a side character, so it's possible this figure may never be released. I hope it doesn't get released. I do like her eyelashes, that they're real hair.
I really like the eyelashes. I think that's probably my favorite thing.
Well, she's got some giant hands too.
The better to slap you with.
Yeah. Well, yeah, most figures we do review, I'm like, this is awesome. But this is one where I'm just like,
It's meh.
Yeah. I'm glad I have a Mantis, but also I wish it was better.
How much was she?
I don't remember. I pre-ordered it so long ago, I don't remember. Okay. Well, this was Steve T.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye. What do you feel?
I sense fear and anger.
That's what I've been trying to tell this guy. Let that shit flow through you. Keep saying he ain't listening to an old fart in a bathrobe. Well, you should have listened to me, because I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, damn it, man! You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh,